I don't make these videos to make everybody mad. I make them so that we can all become just a little bit more aware. The problem is when we gain some awareness, righteous indignation usually follows, and it's usually justified. This right here is police in Asheville, North Carolina, threatening hurricane victims with arrest for trying to save their belongings.
Look, I'm just saying.
We not watching the goddamn law
All right,
this time of bitch.
Step over here just so people don't amp you up, all right? So, again, I get it. You guys got told by her. She gave me instructions to come talk to you guys. That you guys have already gotten ample amount of time. That I don't know what she told you. I'm giving you guys a warning. That's it. Just please back up and leave. That's literally it.
Do you see us trying to get our stuff?
I got you. I don't know what you guys been doing. Again, this is.
I did.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Again, I don't know what you guys been doing. I'm just giving you guys a warning that we're trying to get people moved. So if I have to come back out over here, like, I don't know, like the jail is processing, all right? That's it. I'm not.
If I have to come back out here, the jail has processing. That's called abusing your power, threatening innocent people with arrest. In the land of the free, home of the brave, if you are not free to stay during a natural disaster to try to preserve your belongings, you're not free.
That's the last
So
report.
So you're going to take us to jail.
Come here. Look, I'm not taking you to jail.
You're threatening to take me to jail for trying to get our stuff off our property so the crackheads don't get it, right?
You calling Karen, please?
These people over here, he gets on the radio. These people over here are upset. I can't figure out why they are. I mean, the hurricane took pretty much everything from them, and I'm trying to strip them from the rest of their belongings, but I don't understand why they're mad at me.
I know.
But there are packing and leaving us right now. Can you guys advise?
Spoken like a true order follower. I've said it many times on this channel. The conduit or the tunnel through which most evil enters the world, if not all evil enters the world, are those people who are like, hey, I'm just doing my job. I'm just following orders. You have to leave. And if you don't leave your place of residence, if you don't leave your business, if you don't leave your property to be looted by passersby, well, then we're just going to have to arrest you. But don't take it personal because we're just following orders. We didn't write the rules. We're just here to enforce them.
Enforce. So they are packing up to leave, is that correct?
She said they are packing up to leave. Is that correct? Because it's really kind of hard on the video to understand what the person on the radio is saying. And the cop is like, yeah, I just gave them a warning. They're upset.
All right, well, as long as you've given them a warning, go ahead and go out to these parks, and if we need to get another officer out here once we get to the next shift, then we'll deal with it then.
You heard?
Thank you.
You heard?
Yeah, I heard her.
So you can be upset all you want. I'm giving you guys a warning. I get it. You guys are upset. I'm giving you guys a warning that if they have to come back out here, they probably have to escalate it from there.
I guess they got to escalate it then.
Okay.
Because we're trying to get our shit. But you know what? I guarantee you.
That's where the video ends right there. But you've got this heartless cop just following orders. He doesn't care about his fellow Americans. He doesn't care about his fellow North Carolinians. He just has orders handed down to him from above, and he's going to enforce those orders. That is the definition of tyranny. Unless you think this is just relegated to this hurricane right here. Remember what happened back in 2005 with Katrina during the gun confiscation program by local police and the military?
And no one will be able to be armed. We will take all weapons.
No one will be armed in the land of the free. Yeah, I took this oath of office where I swore to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, which means securing and protecting and defending the Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms, which shall not be infringed. But we're going to infringe on that because this is an emergency.
Human drama with emotions and tensions running high. Patty Konie is still trying to recover physically and emotionally
They really did a number on me.
from the day police forced her from her home.
It was traumatic. All of a sudden, they were banging on the front door, the side door, and the back door, and they said, "Let us in."
Patty tried to explain. She was on dry land, she had plenty of food and water, and didn't want to abandon her dogs. But it didn't matter.
If you see 6 or 8 police that look like linebackers pushing you in a corner, you're in shock.
This is a nightmare. What kind of coward do you have to be to have 5 burly men surrounding this old woman? You're gonna hear how they abused her as they take away her firearms.
Say, "Look at all my food."
Ma'am, are you sure you don't want to leave? I mean, they give these evacuation orders, and if you don't evacuate, if you don't leave your own home, if you're not free to put yourself in harm's way, in danger, and stay there during a natural disaster, you're not free in America. They should give you a suggestion. Go down the street going, if you stay, you could die, but we're not going to make you leave. That's not how tyrants operate. It's like, no, this is an evacuation order, and we don't care how self-sufficient you are. You're going, and if you refuse, if you resist, then we're going to arrest you. If the hurricane wasn't bad enough, if it didn't wipe you away, well, we'll pick up the pieces, and we'll make sure we wipe everybody else away.
I had plenty of food. They kept pushing me back, and ended up like this.
Then, Patty showed them a small revolver she was carefully holding in the palm of her hand. A camera crew was there to capture what unfolded next.
I said, "It's not even loaded." And I dropped it on the floor.
They did this on camera in the lady's house. So they have violated her Fourth Amendment rights by being in the house, right? The right to be secure in your person's house's papers and affect your house. You have a right to be secure in your house. If you're not secure in your house, you're not free. And then they violate her Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms. And they do it all on camera. They have no shame.
You got a gun. Relax.
Well, they punched me in the face.
Relax now.
Look at my black and blue marks. Look at what they did to me. They dragged me out of here. I really thought they were going to kill me. I really did.
We were coming back across the lake is when we got stopped by
Guys, there are so many of these stories. We're just going to go over a couple of them.
Coast Guard and St. Tammany Sheriff.
The local and state police departments and the military were steamrolling over everybody
Department
except the criminals.
and the National Guard by gunpoint.
We had identification. We were coming back from a house that we were taking the weapons out of, so criminals wouldn't break in and steal them. And we've had policemen tell us that that's what they wanted us to do, but not the sheriff in St. Tammany. They just wanted to confiscate them from us.
We felt like criminals at the time when they come up to us with M16s or AR-15s, whatever it was, but there was 4 of them with rifles and holding on us with our hands in the air until they got in our boat.
So they got.
And oftentimes that's how the government wants you to feel. I don't care if it's state, I don't care if it's local, I don't care if it's federal. They want you to feel like you are the criminal, that you actually did something wrong because you refused to, you had the gall to not comply with our orders.
On the boat, and they asked us, "Do you have any loaded weapons?" Yes, we do. They're in the 2 back compartments. Wayne went to show him where the gun was, and he screams, "Don't touch it. Don't even move. I'll get it."
I felt like it was un-American and then we had been violated when they,
You felt like it was un-American? It is absolutely, objectively un-American.
Like I say, we were shell-shocked. We were just sitting around looking at each other and said, we just got our guns taken away from us.
They took them. And they didn't have a right to take them. They didn't have a reason to take them. That was the thing. We did nothing wrong. But they took them anyway.
In America. In America. Living in America.
He said, "Be thankful we're taking your guns here." Why should I be thankful? Well, if they catch you with them on land, they're going to take you straight to jail.
We're committing criminal activity against you right here, and you should be thankful, because if our fellow boys in blue up the river catch you, they're going to commit greater tyranny and brutality against you up there.
Prove that all they have to do is say, look, this is the law.
You had that feeling that you were violated.
Yep.
They took something from you. They stole something from you. That's the only way to put it. They took something that they didn't have a right to take.
Yep. They did steal it.
What'd you come and get my gun for? I'm a good citizen.
Marie Galatis, a Baptist minister, faced the same story in her neighborhood. The same threats by thugs, the same lack of police. But she never once felt afraid.
And I had my Bible, and I had my gun, and I knew I was safe. And I tell you what, I'm a Annie Oakley if you come fool with me or my family. I'm gonna let you have it, buddy.
Marie knows she was lucky. She was never forced to leave home and didn't have her firearm confiscated.
It's going against my constitutional rights as a citizen.
But Marie remembers how upset she got when the police department threatened to take her firearm.
I knew I was safe until the police showed up.
Letting the thugs get away with everything, and you're coming to honest, good citizens and taking away their protection, and it is wrong.
Yep.
Wrong.
It's evil, it's criminal, it's immoral.
What I feel is that we're losing control of who we are as a nation.
Robert Zoss was forced to evacuate when a tree destroyed both of his family's homes.
Loaded with dogs, kids, people.
Then, as they were exiting through downtown, the unexpected happened.
These cops came out of nowhere, said stop, and asked, do we have weapons in the car? And I told him, yeah, I do. He said, get out the vehicle, had us all sit cross-legged in front while they searched the vehicle. I had a .22 long rifle. My tenant's girlfriend had a .22 pearl handle revolver given to her by her grandmother or grandfather.
But Robert couldn't believe what he watched police do next to his rifle and his friend's pearl handle revolver.
I saw them smash her gun given to her by grandmother, grandfather, just against the curb. The other things that they busted up, the .22 rifle they busted up, these were police officers that went too far. We didn't have any rights. I mean, they treated us like criminals. They treated us like if we were in a third world country. I was scared because these guys weren't doing it by the book. There was mayhem. New Orleans police did not have control of the city anymore. So the only plan they thought, I guess, was to take the guns away from the people. Heed the warning of what this was. You know, this is like Australia. All of a sudden, boom, they got our rights.
This is tyranny. Back the blue till it happens to you. Stay tuned. I'm going to go over one more story from Hurricane Katrina, but we see this time and time again after virtually every natural disaster. People's rights get trampled on by the authorities. You will respect my authority. And if you commit contempt of cop and you don't obey our edicts immediately, we're going to treat you like criminals. We're going to cuff you up. We're going to throw you in jail, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. You think you're scared of natural disasters? You think you're scared of regular run-of-the-mill street thugs or druggies who are trying to loot property so they can get money so they can buy more drugs? The gang that you really should be on high alert about is the local, state, and federal police departments and the military. And don't give me any of this, well, when SHIT hits the fan, they'll be in our corner. If they're not in your corner during a natural disaster and they're strong-arming you, causing you, and making you leave your property under threat of arrest, and stealing your guns from you to keep you from defending yourself and your family. If they're not going to defend you in this situation, they're not going to defend you when real Shiite hits the fan. Check out this last story.
Okay, this is a Browning 270. It's my deer rifle. And this is a Savage 7mm 08. This belongs to my grandson. And this was the two rifles that they confiscated. We left about 6 o'clock in the morning. We started across Lake Pontchartrain. As we came out under the drawbridge, a St. Tammany Parish sheriff's boat run up with their lights flashing, told us to pull over. So we pulled over, and they pulled in about 20 foot from us. And they had 5 guys in the boat, and they had assault weapons, and they pointed them at us and asked if we had any weapons on board. I told them yes, we had.
Fellow Americans pointing their government issue rifles in the direction of other fellow Americans that they swore to protect and serve. Just let it sink in.
2 weapons. They said, get at the back of the boat with your hands in the air. We're coming aboard to search. They got the guns. They opened the case and looked at them. I was standing at the back of the boat with my hands in the air. Automatic rifles pointed at you. I mean, you don't have any choice. I mean, they didn't just have them pointed from their hip. They had them up at their shoulder pointed, you know. I mean, they weren't playing. They asked where we were going. Told them we were contractors for Pala Interstate. We were going to New Orleans to find a route to come in with a barge. So they said, okay, we're seizing these weapons. So I said, I want a receipt for my guns. They said, no, we're not giving receipts. Said if we give receipts, we'd be out here all day writing receipts for all the weapons we've confiscated. It made me angry.
I wonder how many guns they actually confiscated from Americans during Hurricane Katrina. I wonder how many Americans they kicked off their own land when they wanted to stay and protect their property and their valuables.
When they told me to go get a lawyer if I wanted my guns back. That's when I really got angry. They didn't care what your rights were. They were going to deny them. It's not America as we've known it before. It's changing.
Yep, and it's gotten even worse since 19 years ago in 2005. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comment section below. If you haven't done so already, seriously, leave a comment in the comment section below. Do you trust local, state, and federal authorities? The price of freedom is now and will always be eternal vigilance. And indifference to this notion is the means by which the people have and will secure their own oppression. Let's stop securing our own oppression and let's start today. I will see you in the next video.